Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn how can we access the elements of each of the arrays in different dimension. Like how can you access the element in 1 dimension, 2 dimension and in 3 dimension arrays. So before I show you the practical examples, let me explain you some concept of it. Okay, so here we have our first array, which is 1 dimensional array, right? So like you can see, this looks like a list, Python list, which we have already understood. So when you do the indexing, when you try to find the index position of each of the elements in this particular array, it's exactly same as the list. That means the first element would have the index position as 0, the second element would have the index position as 1, and then the third one would have the index position as 2. Now let's consider an example where you want to access this particular element of this array, right? So how can you do that? For that, what you're going to do is type the array name, put a square bracket and type the index position of this element, which is nothing but 1, and that's it. You're gonna get the answer over here. So it is that simple. It was very simple because it was 1D array, 1 dimensional array. Now let's consider in context of 2 dimensional array. So we all know that 2 dimensional array contains or consists of 1 dimensional array. Means 2 dimensional array is a list of 1 dimensional arrays. So if you figure out, if you notice, there are two 1 dimensional arrays we have available into this. Now if you print this particular array, it would look something like this. Here it works like rows and columns. So this particular one is the first row. So like we just understood that in arrays also indexing starts from 0, right? So this first row will be referred as 0th row, this second row will be referred as first row. Okay, now this one is called the column and this is 0th column. The first, like, it starts from 0, and then this one will be called as first column. Okay, so the second column is actually having first index position. Right, now let's take an example where we want to access this particular element, which is 13. How can we access that? So first we're gonna write the array name. So this array we have stored in a variable called x, and then we're gonna put a square bracket, and in this first element we put for row and second one we put for column. So first integer number which we put, that will refer to the row, and this second one will refer to the column. So for example, we want to access this particular number. All right, this particular element we want to access. So to access this, first we need to write the row number. So what is the row number that we have, which is 1? So we're gonna write 1 over here. All right, so you see 1 we have written over here. Now next we need to write the column number. So you see this particular element is existing in 0th column, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write 0 over here, and when you hit enter, then you get this particular value, which is 13. This is what we wanted to access. So in 2D array, first you need to provide the row number, then you need to provide the column number. Next it comes to 3D array. So in 3D array, first we need to figure out, like we understood in the previous video, that 3D array consists of 2D arrays, right? So first we need to figure out how many 2D arrays are available in this particular 3D array, right? So if you check, then there are two 2D arrays available in this particular 3D array. One is this, then the other one is this. For the sake of understanding, I have created the square brackets in different color. So you see the red square bracket is the bracket for 3D array. This sky blue one refers the first 2D array, and then this light purple refers to the second 2D array. Okay, now the point is how we can access the element in this particular one. So first we're gonna write the array name, which is nothing but x, and then you put the bracket over here. All right, now we want to access, let's say for example we want to access this particular, or let's say we want to access this particular one. So first thing, sorry, please bear with me, first thing which we gonna provide is the number, I mean the index position of 2D array. So this is the index position of 2D array. You see this one like this. This is the 0th 2D array. This is the first 2D array. Okay. Now we have to access 5th. So which 2D array has 25th? The first 2D array has 25th. That is it, right? Now after that you can use the fundamental of accessing a 2D array. How we access, we in the previous example we saw how to access the 2D element, right? So in this one we have to access this. So first its row number we're gonna write. What is the row number that it has? 0. And then the column number is second. So 101, if you write 101 then you're gonna get 25. All right, so this is how you can access a 3D array. First you have to put the index position of 2D array, which index position that you want to access. Now once you are done with that, then you can put the row number of in that 2D array and then the column number of in that 2D array. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Now let's see some of the practical examples. I will take you to this Jupyter notebook and over there we will try to do this. Okay, so let's start accessing the first 1D array. Okay, now this is the array which we have. Now let's say we want to access this element. How can we do that? Simple x and then put the position. We got that. Okay, now coming to this point here, we want to access 13, this particular element. So what I explained you, first you put the array name and then you put the row number. So the row number which we want to access is first, and then the column number which we want to access is 0. Now let's see this. Oops, this just threw an error. Let's figure out too many indices for array. Array is one dimensional. It says array is one dimensional. Why is that so? Let's check this out. And dim, this is two dimensional. Okay, I had not hit the enter, that's why, because you see every array I have named as x, that's why we got this particular problem. All right, now we will come over here and we want to access this element, right? So I just said that first you're gonna put the array name, then the index position of the 2D array, so 2D array, so that's gonna be 1, and then we're gonna put the row number which is 0, and then we're gonna put the column number which is this. Let's see. Yeah, we got that. You see, it's that simple to access each element in a 3D array or in 2D array or in 1D array. I just hope that it was clear to you. I would highly encourage you to go ahead and try and practice this as much as you can. And if you face any kind of difficulty, just put that into the comment section. I will try to get back to you and I'll try to answer and solve your problem. Until then, happy learning. Wish you very all the best.